I'm
Oh,
good.
recording. I ruined it already.
It's okay. I'm Colleen.
I'm
Coco.
Kendall. I'm Kendall. Also Coco, weirdly enough.
Today we're talking about weird t-shirts. Kendall, commence with the reading.
Okay, here we go. How about this one? This girl has fought, oh my God, I can't read. This girl has fought 1,000 battles and is still standing, has cried 1,000 tears and is still standing, has been broken, betrayed, abandoned, rejected, but she still walks, proud, laughs loud, lives without fear, loves without doubt. This girl is beautiful. This girl is humble, okay? This girl was born in August. This girl is me. Okay?
That was your cousin posted that?
She didn't post that one, but it was from the same store.
Okay.
I'll read you the other one she posted. This is one she posted. It goes, "Sorry, ladies, I'm married to a freaking sexy wife. She was born in August. She's a bit crazy and scares me sometimes, but I am her king. She is my whole world. I love her forever and always. Yes, she bought me this shirt." What do you think of this?
Who
I hate
would
it.
wear these? What kind of trash would wear
I
these?
don't know. And it's obviously like one of those things where they just took somebody wearing a shirt and then they just like printed different long ass sentences over the goddamn shirt,
Hmm.
you know?
I just,
And then,
go ahead.
Colleen, what are you? You're born in November?
Yeah. Find me
Yeah.
some for November.
You can look at the November Queen page. They all say basically the same thing. What does this one say? Oh, that's the one I read in August. I can't read that. I can't read that bullshit again. Let's see what this one says. This one says, 4 things you should know about my spoiled wife. She was born in November. 2, she has tattoos and she is my queen. 3, she's a bit crazy and scares me sometimes. 4, mess with her and they will never find your body.
Why do they exist? Have you ever seen anybody wearing a shirt like that?
No, but I love it. Here's another one. Okay. It says, hold on, what does it say? It goes, "Yes, I'm a stubborn daughter, but not yours. I am the property of a freaking awesome mom. She was born in November. She knows more than she says, thinks more than she speaks, and notices more than you realize. She loves me so much. Mess with me, the beast in her will awake, and they'll never find your body. Yes,
What?
she bought me this shirt." Like, they recycle the same, like.
Why is there always a thread?
Because these are for trashy people, and you get it like you could get a phone case, a tote bag, a coffee cup that says all of this. Can you imagine all of that on like this much? Like nobody seeing that much text on a shirt is going to stop and ask you, like, "Can I read your shirt? Can I read this like short story that's on your goddamn shirt?" Anyway, so that's my new favorite thing. It
Pretty good
reminds me,
favorite thing.
you know what this reminds me of? That weird craft store at the mall that we went into that had like weird craft. That's all I can think. That had weird craft, right?
Like all locally made garbage,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. And like that one person had like mugs, and it was like their grasp on the English language was tenuous, but they were trying to use like phrases like live, laugh, love, but it was like live. I don't know. It was weird.
That was a weird store.
Yeah.
We should make some type of craft and rent it. Oh, well, not now because everything's closed down because of quarantine. After quarantine, we should learn some hobbies like during quarantine so that we can rent out some shelf space in that weird store and sell our crafts.
We should just like make Tiger King themed memorabilia. That was
I like it.
my segue about Tiger King. Thanks.
Oh, that was a good segue.
So, Colin. Yeah.
So Kendall, your favorite thing my understanding is your favorite thing about the show is that the girl got her arm ripped off. And they didn't dwell on it. They moved on and they stayed
Yeah.
positive. That's my understanding.
My favorite thing about the show was that she got her arm ripped off and that they were like blasé about it. And I was like waiting for it to be like part of one of his music videos, which I know that was your favorite part of Tiger King, was the gratuitous music videos.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just offended that this woman got her arm literally ripped off by a tiger, and it was like not even the highlight of the episode. It was like whatever her name was, Saf.
Mm.
You know, she's now has that like gross looking like stump. Not to be ableist, but
Sounds pretty ableist.
They obviously didn't. She was like so brainwashed that they didn't even get a chance to do like a good reconstruction. Even if they had wanted to just leave it, she didn't want to have her arm reattached. They could have done a better job, I think, of like the morphing of the stump. I feel like she didn't even get like a good stump.
I feel
she
like
deserved.
Oh, you kind of got muted there for a second, but I think and it sounded like they could have saved it. Like it would have been a lot of like time and effort, and probably she would have been out of work for a while, but like she could have saved her arm and instead was like, no, I've got to, get back to work so that the anti-tiger people or anti-home zoo people can't use this against us. Like that's dedication, I guess, but it's also crazy.
Or like the idea that you can downplay, like at the end of the day, she still had her arm ripped off, regardless if she went back to work like the next day or 5 days later. Like you can't, like there's no good press for a ripped off arm.
Yeah, no. Like it's not like she must have been fine because she was out of the hospital, in 7 days and was back at work 5 later. It's like, even if you were in the hospital for months, your arm was ripped off by a tiger. That's still pretty bad press. Like
the tiger that like Joe Exotic like gets in the cage with and like rolls around with or something. Like it's obviously not like a good tiger.
They're all good tigers, okay? Just bad Joe Exotic.
Yeah, no, they're all good tigers. What was your favorite part of
well, since we are sarcastically talking about our least favorite parts, I'm gonna go with the music videos. I hated that there was one in every single episode, and I don't understand why they were there and why I had to watch them.
Very good.
He needs to stop. I think his sentence is just for the sole fact that he made us watch those music videos. Although I will say I was very impressed by his Carol Baskin lookalike that he got for that one video, because she was dead on. But I don't understand why he was holding real tiger poop in that video, like when he could have just held mud.
Yeah.
Like he was like complaining about the smell, and that's when it hit me that, oh, wait a minute, he's really holding poop in his hand. Like, why not just hold mud? Like,
he's not right. The man is not right in the head, okay? Nobody can go around with that hairdo, whatever these were, the eyebrow ring that looks like he taped it just flat to his face.
Yeah, that was ugh.
Bullshit. My second favorite part, or not favorite, but the part that I liked the most, that's the same as favorite, is how easily those guys went gay for drugs. I didn't know that was like, I didn't know drugs could make you like go for a guy like Joe Exotic.
I think drugs can make you do a lot of things. Like, I think if they hadn't been on drugs first, probably it would have been a little bit harder to like slide in there and make that happen. But meth does some weird things to you. Like,
I guess, but it's like, it seems like, I don't know, like there's got to be other ways to get it for, like, there's got to be a better trade than Joe Exotic, Well,
I mean, the way he finds people like outside of the bus stop, like literally, like somebody calls them and says, hey, there's somebody who's been sitting there for 2 days. That's a prime mark for you.
Yeah.
Like that's, they don't have anything else going on. And so when somebody shows up and says, hey, I have some meth if you'd like some, and then it turns into, you know what you could do to get even more meth? Like,
Become my three-way husband.
yeah, that's.
I found, I was looking, like, just YouTubing. I think I was actually looking for music videos in my free time, like music videos, and I found, like, the full wedding ceremony, and which, I don't think whoever was officiating that was, like, an actual anything, but I skipped ahead, and she was talking about how, like, every religion in history at one point or the other, like, supported plural marriage. Therefore, the three of them getting married was cool if they were all, like, consenting adults.
Which I don't know. I feel like if you're, like, plying somebody with meth, I don't know that counts as consent.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
Definitely, I'm trying to get Lumps to be on the show. Lumps. She's Insta famous. So what else about Tiger King?
I'm trying to decide if the wedding was worse than Travis's funeral.
Oh,
They were both
God.
pretty bad, but I don't recall Joe Exotic singing at their wedding, so I'm gonna say the funeral was worse.
That was a bad funeral.
That was awful. I've been to some bad funerals, but that one takes the cake.
That whole Travis storyline was just so sad. My God.
That was a bummer.
He looked like he obviously came from hard knocks because his mother was obviously, like, probably a drug addict. Sorry, I'm trying to get Lumps for a long time.
She's so cute.
Lumps obey. So, he'd had a tough life, but he looked, not, like, too hard off when they first, like, pictures his mom had or something like that. And then it's just really sad.
That was sad. She just hit you in the face.
A little bit. I mean, I can't not let her do it. I don't know why she doesn't want to be on camera right now.
So do you think Joe Exotic's gonna get pardoned?
I don't know. I find I don't really care. Like, I feel like I don't know. I feel like they all need to be in prison or at least in hell or something like that because of how they treat people and animals, like taking those cubs away from their friggin' mothers, like, immediately after birth, and then, like, putting them in pack and play, and, like, why are you screaming your head off? And they're bad people.
Sad. That was sad. That was the hardest part of that whole thing for me, was when they were taking the little babies away from, like, fresh newborn baby cubs away from their mom. Like, what is wrong with them?
It's just sick, just so people can, like, pet a tiger. But then I think about it, like, if I'd been in a situation where, like, you want to pet a tiger, I would have been like, sure.
Oh yeah, me too.
Not realizing, like, how horrible that is.
Yeah.
To take it away from its mom like that, just so I can pet it someday,
Yeah. Really makes you think.
What do you think about that bitch Carol Baskin?
I hate her. I recognize that probably there are worse people in the show, although I think she probably did murder her husband. Like, there's no proof of that, but I feel it in my gut that she did.
Yeah.
But I hate her the most out of all of them, even though they're all awful and I hate all of them. Like, if I had to be, like, stuck in a room with one of them for, like, an hour, it wouldn't be her. Like, I would pick her last.
Who would you be in a room with for an hour?
Like, of the 3 main or 4 main terrible people in that show? Yeah, or can I pick from some of the decent people?
No, only your choices are Joe Exotic, Carol Baskin, Doc Antle, and that Jeff guy. Is he the 4th horrible person?
Yeah. I would probably pick Joe Exotic because
I feel like it'd be entertaining at least.
yeah, he'd be entertaining, and like I I wouldn't be, you know, uh, I wouldn't be bored at least, unless he
Okay,
started singing, in which case.
well, you would definitely start singing. Okay. Yeah, I would pick Joe Exotic too. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like on paper, not on paper. I don't know. I want to almost say Doc Antle. Like, I hate him as much as I don't hate Carol Baskin as much as I hate everybody else, because I could see, like, sometimes you got to kill somebody. Like, maybe, I don't know.
I
But the
think
rest were just.
if he hadn't gotten a protection or tried to get a protection order first, like if that didn't
Yeah.
exist, where he tried to get a protection order on the basis of her being awful and threatening to kill him, then I would probably be more of the, well, we don't know what happened, but like he tried to get a protection order. That's pretty, like,
Yeah.
I do think Doc Antle is also absolutely horrible, that he gasses tigers when they just get a little bit too old. Like, I know Joe Exotic got arrested for killing endangered animals. It sounds like the 5 that he killed were either older or of ill health. Doesn't really make it better, but at least it wasn't just because they were too old to be of benefit to him. Like, he had 270 tigers or whatever, so he clearly didn't just kill them the second that they got to, a certain age where they were not money makers anymore.
Yeah.
Whereas I think Doc Antle, like, kept his, like, okay, it's 10 months old now, nobody's going to want to pet this kind of tiger, so
Yeah. I think Carol Baskin murdering her husband aside, I think the reason, like, I'm less offended by her is because, like, both Joe Exotic and Doc Antle, like were really mean to people, like, found really vulnerable people and exploited them, or like his Doc Antle's harem of, like, impressionable 18-year-old girls who he, like, made get breast, augmentation, and, like, has his little, like, army of, like, unpaid or very low paid labor, or like those poor people at Joe Exotic having to, like, get expired meat, like wormish meats out of the Walmart truck. Like, that can't be healthy. Well, I know it's not healthy, but, like, if you're paying people so little that they have to scrunch for food on your premises, like, that's really fucked up.
Yeah, that's messed up. And I think the fact that, Carol didn't commit any, acts of sexual violence that we know of, or that realm, I think that makes her a little bit less terrible.
I mean, they're all terrible. They all need to, like,
yeah,
go to jail for something.
Yeah, they should all just go away somewhere totally separate from the rest of humanity.
I think we should, like, start a plot to dispose of all of them. It worked out for Joe Exotic, right?
Did it though? Did it?
Carol Baskin is dead, isn't she? Right?
All you cool cats and kittens. I don't think so. You froze.
Yeah, where are they now? I'm not that, like, invested enough. Oh, sorry, I started you a little bit. I'm not that invested to, like, actually find out, like, where anybody's doing with their life now, or I just assume they all stopped existing as soon as I was done watching Tiger King. And that's the way I want it to be.
I think they're putting out another episode, like I don't know if it's like a Where Are They Now type thing, or just like additional footage that they didn't air in it because they didn't think it was interesting, or I'm not really sure what, or if it's to do with, Joe Exotic's new, like, thing about trying to get pardoned. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see.
I can't wait. I can't wait for it.
Okay. So, I think we should call it there. If this actually makes this to air anywhere, thank you to anyone who watched. And if you have anything else you want to see us talk about, let us know.
Yeah, like, subscribe, comment. So we have a poll up here. I want to thank ExpressVPN, also Audible, 3 free audiobooks if you like and subscribe and comment.
Yeah, that's not legally binding.
Yeah, it's not, but deal with it.
All right. Peace, everybody.